Hi, I'm Hazel, and today we are taking a look at the best new customization types in Shadowlands. So there are a ton of new character customization options that are going to be coming to WoW with the Shadowlands pre-patch, and today I want to really dig into my very favorite new categories of customization. So I'm not going to look through every little last like nose and chin and ear, but I want to show you the makeup, the new jewelry, the tattoos, the headdresses, the leaf litter. You'll see. So to kick things off here, over with female humans, we have makeup options. So you can choose between 7 different makeup options, which includes a none option. These are going to change your eyeshadow color as well as your lip color and blush and face and contour. The way that the makeup looks on your character is going to also depend on the character's skin tone and face options. So humans are a great race to really dig deep and mix and match and try to figure out which combination you like the best, especially because some options are contingent on other options being selected. So if you're planning on customizing your human in Shadowlands, I suggest that you really carve out some time for it. Another new selection that female humans are going to get to choose is their necklace options. So underneath the piercings here, we've got options for a ruby necklace, a diamond necklace, we've got like these really beautiful chokers, as well as some pendants, and also some lockets. And there's some new earring options as well that you can use to kind of mix and match with, or mismatch if you like your necklace to your earrings. Those chokers in particular I think are so pretty, and I'm really excited about those for female humans. Over in Dwarves, we see new earring options for both male and female dwarves, including like your standard issue, sort of like hoops and whatnot, but we also have some feather options. You've got regular feathers as well as some colored feathers on the other side. And then what I'm really excited about here is tattoos. So these are available for both male and female dwarves. You can choose your tattoo pattern, and then you can also separately choose your tattoo color. And of course, all of this is going to be available in the barbershop. So if you give your character a makeover and you're picking out a new transmog set and you think a different color of tattoo will work with it, you can do that. Over in Night Elves, we see both the most options and some of the most exciting options of any race in Shadowlands, if you ask me. Male Night Elves will have, and you'll see this in a lot of the bearded races, you have the option to now choose your facial hair as sideburns, and separately mustache and separately beard. This is something that you see on basically all of the bearded races in WoW now, including allied races, so that's not specific to Night Elves, but I figured this was just a good moment to show you. Something that male Night Elves get that is unique to them is they have a blindfold option. There's only none or linen here, but you do not have to be a demon hunter for this. Just any male Night Elf that feels like it can wear a blindfold. That is not currently on Shadowlands beta an option for female Night Elves, but don't worry, they get some stuff of their own. So I gotta take that off to show you the eyebrows. That's another thing that a couple of races have options for that are separate from their faces, but for Night Elves, they're just, I mean, you know, I don't know that I'm going to do this, but I feel like that's probably like a safety thing. You know, if you trip and you fall off a cliff and you are not a class that can fly, I bet you those eyebrows, if you just make some really animated facial expressions, they can fly away for you. And then Night Elves, both male and female, have this checkbox here to add vines to your hair, and then you can change the color of that. So if you want just extra leaves for that fresh out of the forest look, you can add leaves and then change the color, and where the leaves are placed in your hair is going to depend in your hairstyle. So any of the given hairstyles have the option to have leaves in them, with the exception of bald. They did not just slap a leaf in his head. I don't know how I feel about that possibility, but it's not there. But everything else has some leaves available in it. And then, of course, you can change that leaf color to your liking over in the vine color option. So both males and females get that. And then another really neat thing that male Night Elves get is this tattoo option on the far right. So male Night Elves have never had facial markings, and I actually had to go look that up right now because I'd never really thought about it before. That's apparently a female Night Elf thing. But in Shadowlands, male Night Elves are going to be able to select these tattoos that kind of also continue onto their face. So that's going to be an option for you. Scooching on over into female Night Elves, and we're gonna notice there's no body tattoos and there is no blindfold, but we do have the vines. Those are available, and those look so good with their new hairstyles, but that's not what we're here for. They get scar options, so you can separately select, and this was actually also available on male Night Elves, but you can separately select facial scars on your Night Elves, and they include a Teldrassil scar, which is a half-face burn scar. Female Night Elves, of course, get their own markings, and for the first time, they can now select their marking color independently of their hair color, so you can really get that as specific as you want it to be. And then not only do we have nose rings choosable separately from the earrings, but you have a headdress option and you have a necklace option. So the headdress can be a circlet, little moon headdress with a chain there, or you have a vine headdress, and if you really wanted to, you could combine that with the vines in your hair for just maximum vininess. And then for the necklace, you have a chain option with a little pendant, a choker option, and then additional vines, just in case you didn't have enough vines from the first two. I think it's a really great indicator of just how fantastic the variety of options is for Night Elves, that you can just mash this randomize appearance button and get some completely different looking elves. It's incredible how personal to you can make them with all of these new options, and I can't wait to see what kind of Night Elves people come up with in Shadowlands. Moving on into another favorite race. I'm skipping right over gnomes, unfortunately, because they just have very little that's like new anyways as far as new categories. But Draenei, on the other hand, they have this circlet option here. So you can add a piece of head jewelry or not, but you're also able to customize the jewelry color there, and it's going to match and coordinate with your tendril rings. So you can choose thick or thin tendrils and female Draenei here, and then you can customize your jewelry color. So if you weren't feeling the purple pendant, we have blue options, we have green options, and those are going to coordinate with your tendril jewelry. So that's cute. And female Draenei also have some tail options. So you can choose your tail length, you can make it short, you can make it long, you can make it medium, and we also have ornate options for some delightfully fancy tail jewelry. Look at that! You can do that in Shadowlands. The tail jewelry notably will also change with the color of the jewelry that you selected before, so your tail will match your face, will match your tendril jewels. You know, it's important for Draenei to be coordinated. Male Draenei do also get the circlet option, so you can choose to have that to kind of break up your forehead space there. They do also have tendril options as well as jewelry color options to coordinate, and they do get short or long tail, but you cannot have tail jewelry as a male Draenei, unfortunately. It does come with that one band already on it, and that color will change based on the color that you've chosen up here, but you can't have any extra like fancy chains. Checking in with Void Elves, this isn't exactly like a new category of item, but it is kind of exciting that Void Elves are getting access to all of the new skin tones that Blood Elves are, so you can effectively make a quite Blood Elfy looking Void Elf. You are unable to change their hair colors away from the standard ones, so you cannot make a blonde Void Elf, but you can get any of the standard Blood Elf skin colors, including the new ones, and you can also change your eye color to blue, so that if you want to be an Alliance High Elf, you can do that. You just have to be an Alliance High Elf who has chosen to have blue or purple or grayish hair is your option there. Scooting over to the Horde side of things, orcs have so much good stuff in here. We have scars. Let's go find those scars. We have scars over here. You can have a swipe, you can have a cut. Orcs can also have a burn. Male orcs have a grime option where you can be clean, or you can have a grimy mouth, or you can have grime on your mouth and around your eyes, just depending on how long it's been since your orc has had a shower. We also have tattoos and war paint. So your tattoos will always be a flat color. We have 3 tattoo options here, but then you can layer war paint on top of that if you like, and you can choose the color of your war paint to kind of really customize your orc the way that you want him. Female orcs also get the scar options, and they also get the tattoo as well as the war paint options, so you can do all of those on your lady orc. And they also have greatly expanded jewelry options. We saw a good amount of these in earrings on the males as well, but we've got all kinds of tusks and spikes and big rings, and you can choose your nose ring separately if you would like a bone pincher or a gold ring. And then these necklaces are also new, so we could do no necklace, or you can have this bone necklace that actually has quite a 3D texture to it. It's not just printed onto your character like some of them are. And then a choker option is also available for female orcs. Over in Undead, of course, we cannot forget that Undead are going to have the ability to be all fresh and non-bony if you want. You have 3 different options. We have fresh, we have mottled, and then we have bony, just depending on how long it's been since you forgot your undead in the fridge. The other categories of undead customization aren't crazy new, but just being able to select things like your eye color separately can make a huge difference, and I feel like they really benefited from this graphics glow up. This is another one where mashing the random button is going to give you a pretty wildly different set of undead characters that you could possibly make. Tauren, of course, got one of the biggest customization option updates in Shadowlands. They really needed it. I did already do a video like fully digging through all of the Tauren options because they have just so much going on here. But as far as new categories, Taurens have face paint choices. You get headdresses, including feathers or tails. We have earrings, which can also include feathers. We can have a necklace, including a nice little totem pendant there, or a tusk. You can have a little flower choice to add a flower onto the top of your hair, and if that's not enough flowers for you, don't forget that over in the hair option, many of the hairstyles include flowers on their own, so you can really go wild with what they're calling daffodils. I've seen daffodils before, and I don't know if I agree, but I won't fight them on that one. And then Tauren also get body paint as well, so that will match your face paint color. You change that color over here in the paint color options, so your face paint and your body paint will both match, but you can select their pattern separately. Not to be outdone with the paint, over in Trolls we have face paint options, and quite a few of them. Those were partly part of the faces before, but now you can choose your face paint independently of your face. You can also select your face paint color, and unlike some of the other races that we've seen so far, you can select your body paint and then your body paint color separately. So Trolls are one of the only options where you can kind of mix and match your paint colors. You can of course update them to match if you like, but you can also make them mismatch if that is the vibe that you want for your Troll. So you got body paint, you got face paint, and you also have, I think, some of the earrings and piercings are new. And between the two of those and the new skin colors allowing for concepts like sand trolls, you can come up with some pretty wild trolls. And the female trolls will also be able to paint both their bodies and their faces separately or together as you choose. Last but not least, one of my favorite new customization types in Shadowlands is over on Blood Elves. They have these body jewelry options that are just so pretty. We have armbands, we have the Phoenix option, a wreath option, and a filigree option. You have bracelets that can go with those. You've got cuffs, more filigree, or also some chains that go right onto your character's hands. And then you can change the jewelry color from silver to gold as well, and that's going to affect your character's necklace and armbands. And the necklace option is back here. So we've got a phoenix necklace, a wreath necklace, or a filigree necklace if you like. So you can kind of mix and match your jewelry, and it does appear that the armbands are showing on top of the character's armor here, so you don't have to wear something sleeveless if you want to see it. That might have some interesting interactions with different armor sets, and kind of worth playing around with. You've actually got earring options separately too, and the base earring color will respond to the jewelry color slider, so you can make any of these gold or silver based, so you can have your matching earrings and your necklace and your armband and your bracelets if you want, although the bracelets you can choose their color. They don't respond to that color one, they have the different options laid out here. Interesting. I will say that I don't see any sign of the Blood Elf body jewelry that was data mined earlier in the Shadowlands development process. Perhaps they decided it was just a little bit too racy, but I think there is plenty of jewelry to be going around, and those armbands in particular are so pretty, and I'm so excited about that. And those are my favorite new styles of customization option. I think if I had to pick one that I'm absolutely most jazzed about, I think it's gotta be something on Night Elves. You can just do so much. Like, I landed on this combination with random, and I think I'm in love. I think I just have to make my Night Elf look like this, with the dark eyes and the silver moon earrings and the headdress and the necklace and the scar and the leaves in the hair. Maybe change the leaf hair color? Let me see. Let's make the vines... What if we make the vines kind of a little bit... Yeah, maybe purple vines, and then we'll go into the marking color. And then, yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Oh, I can't. Anyways, thanks for watching. You're going to be able to play around with all of these options on your own characters at the barbershop as soon as the Shadowlands pre-patch hits. We don't yet know when that is, but it's got to be soon because, you know, Shadowlands is coming in late October and it's going to be sometime before then. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.